So guys, we need to focus. You need to focus. Come on, we're looking in the wrong direction. Over here, focus. Are you focused yet? Great, let's go on with the video. So, it seems like it's been very easy for everybody to get knocked off track. I did a poll. There was over 1,000 people who had entered into this poll, and it was asking whether they believed that the footage from the fire cam was faked. And it was at the point that I looked at it, it was 60% of the people who entered into that either didn't know or were convinced that it was indeed fake, which left 40% of people believed that it was real, real footage. So basically 40% of people are right, because that footage is real. There's been another channel, they've found another camera from another angle that shows the exact same footage, but obviously from another angle. What we've got to remember is this fire cam setup is something that is all over the place. There are loads of these cameras everywhere, and they've been putting them in for years. So this ain't a new thing. They are everywhere. Now, what we're trying to say when we say that something is faked is that someone has put that video there for some purpose. So what we're now saying is that multiple cameras were put in. They had forged footage with the timestamps and everything that exactly sort of matched up with another camera with a different angle and showed exactly what we believed to be the story. All the time frames matching up and sort of where the car went in, everything done. And look, this site is owned by a governing body. It's not James Thompson from down the road who has come forward with the footage from his camera. This is a large organisation that has been putting these cameras in for many, many years. So it just it's going to be one of those, isn't it, where there could have been a camera and it could have picked up something. This area is prone for wildfires. They're going to have cameras. That's not the question that you should be asking yourself. It's not. And the more we focus on the wrong things, there are people getting away with things because we're not asking the right questions. Now, we shouldn't be asking whether this footage has been faked, whether it's fraudulent, whether it's a conspiracy, based on the footage. What we should be doing at this stage is understanding that we now have proof. We have a video showing the car going into the water at a specific time. And how that footage then matches up with the statements that have been made from the people who were around Kylie the day she lost her life. And we must now be questioning as to whether there are people who should be held accountable, and how that spans across different elements of this story. We should be asking why law enforcement didn't find Kylie's vehicle, and why the family, why the friends didn't push more to have that place searched, because it's clear that wasn't searched adequately. Or it was, they found something and they kept quiet about it. Many of you will have seen the video reference the Truckee Way. If you haven't, go and check it out. It's a video that I put up a couple of days ago. When you match the principles of that Truckee Way with what we've seen here, that's where there's a potential for corruption. Not in whether this video production was a corruption. Does that make sense? At the end of the day, Kylie's vehicle went into the reservoir and Kylie lost her life. Now, what we don't know at this stage is whether Kylie drove herself into the reservoir, whether someone else drove her into the reservoir and exited the vehicle, what condition Kylie was in at the point the vehicle went into the reservoir. These are all questions that are far better questions than asking whether that footage is real or not, because the footage is real. There'll be many, many people in denial. There'll be many, many people who are listening to some channels out there who are trying their damnedest to prove that this footage is not real. And it is. It is real. We just have to accept that it's real and move on from it. It's horrible. It's upsetting. It's distressing. But it puts you instead to ask the questions that need to be asked. Again, why didn't law enforcement find Kylie's vehicle? Why did they not find this camera footage? When you think the likes of Nate and his father, who works for the fire service, they would have known that these cameras existed and there was a potential that, look, that would have picked something up. Why wouldn't they utilise that? Mind you, we don't know that they didn't. But I will say this. I have reached out to law enforcement multiple times throughout this case, and every single time they've come back to me. Whether it be just to thank me, or whether it be to say, we can't ask that question, but if you keep an eye over here, they will be able to help you. But you'll know, recently I spoke to them, reference the statement that was given about someone potentially seeing the car go into the water. They came back. Twice they came back and thanked me for giving them information, told me that that was being sent over to their investigation team. When I approached them, referenced this footage and sent them a cleared up version of Kylie's vehicle going into the water, silence. Deathly silence. He didn't come back to me and thank me. Why would that be? Is it because they were that shocked that they found it? Or was it that shocked that we found it? At the end of the day, Kylie was hugely, hugely let down. And the fact that she was let down, the fact that it keeps being social media that bring these things up. Kylie was found because of social media. This footage was found because of social media. It was pushed, it was cleaned up, it was clarified by social media. But yet the anger and frustration from this area is being directed at social media. And it seems to me that it's because we, by being involved, are forcing them to have to deal with this situation properly and not just utilising the trucky way. You know, that hear no evil, speak no evil. You know, I know some of us found that funny, but there's a lot to be said about that when you think about the trucky way and how Kylie lost her life and what subsequently happened. Because to me, this reeks of a town that is trying to cover up what happened, because ultimately they know that someone's head has to roll over this. And if we let this go, if we're constantly looking in a different direction and questioning all these things over here, when we're not getting to grips with what happened to Kylie on that night, then people are going to walk. They're going to get away with it. You know, with the phone call that Sammy stated happened at 12:36, that now looks like there's two options. Either that call did not exist, or Kylie made that call from inside the vehicle, possibly panicking and explaining what was going on and reaching out for help because she perhaps thought that they would be the closest people to help her. Elsa and the timelines that we see, you know, it was only minutes before the car was seen going into the water that Elsa claimed that she had spent time with Kylie. And yet she didn't see anything. She saw no light. She saw nothing. Just reading between the lines, just listening very closely to what these people are saying. The fact that they claimed that 400 people were at this party approximately, when that camera footage clearly shows that that's not the case. It isn't the case. So the pool of people that are around Kylie that night, and the pool of people that you have to pluck from in terms of where any drugs that potentially existed, the alcohol, that pool of people has shrunk massively because there wasn't that volume of people that they led us to believe that there was. From the start, this was about, first of all, removing Kylie from ground zero. She was taken from here. She's not here. You don't need to look here. We've looked here. Go away. We've got this. Go. Leave. We've done this. She's taken. You need to go and look over there. Abduction. People got involved, got Adventure with Purpose involved, and lo and behold, Kylie is found. And everything changes. All of a sudden, they're not our friends anymore. They don't need us anymore. We need to mind our own business. And then the narrative changes to Kylie was drinking, she was driving, potentially. Ended up in the reservoir off her own back. These people need to be held accountable, and we need to start looking in the right direction and asking the right questions. I can't say any more than that. This girl lost her life, and if we're not careful, people are going to get away with it. Stop looking at things that don't need to be looked at and focus all of your energy, everything you've got, on bringing justice to Kylie. And that goes for everybody. Because we've proven already that unless we are involved in this, then it ain't happening. I'll catch you all on the next one.